Yo, we're live. Haven't been on live in a long time. Wait till some people get on here, yo. But yeah, man, things don't look too good, man. This is crazy, man. You know, it's not that I'm not in fear. You know what I mean? I'm not in fear right now, but I knew all these things were gonna come. You know, I just want to talk to my peoples right now. So I'm gonna wait for some people to come on here because we gotta get ready, man, and we're not ready. What up, one person? One person in the house. Two people in the house. What up? Comment if you can hear me. Yeah, I needed to come on here, man, and talk about this because it's kind of heavy on my conscience right now, and I don't think people are ready for about what's about to happen. You know what I mean? People think this is a joke. You know, they think the virus isn't real and shit like that. What up? What's good, yo? Listen, I just want to say one thing. Don't get mad. Uh, we all have different opinions on what's going on right now, but I just want to say what I believe. And to be honest, I knew that this was going to happen 11 years ago, but nobody believed me. I was a fucking conspiracy theorist, fucking schizophrenic motherfucker, apparently. You know what I'm saying? So, glory to God, man. And that's the thing, right? God prepared us for this. He told us that these things were going to happen, you know? And people, they think it's a joke. You know, it's not. I sleep with this beside me, man. You know what I mean? Like this is real. You know, this is spiritual warfare. There's nothing funny about this right now because even my friend, he went, and this is in Canada, Guelph. He just went to go buy the whole toilet paper thing, right? And he took a picture and he's showing like, yo, everything's gone off the shelves, man. There's a reason why people are doing this, okay? It's not because people are panicking, freaking out for no fucking reason, okay? It's because we knew that this was coming for 11 to fucking 15 years. We knew this was gonna happen, you know? And the thing is, man, like I know it's hard to accept, right? Like it's I can't even believe it. Like it's like an out of body experience that I'm having because I've been talking about this for like 10 years that this was going to happen and now it's actually happening in real life and I'm sitting here like, really? I really thought that I was going to be a lot more ready for this when it came, you know. I thought that I would have a piece of land, you know, a log cabin home, already in the process of growing my own food, things like that, man, because they're going to shut all the cities down. They've already locked, you know, Europe down, Seattle, everything down. Bill Gates stepped down. All the main rich people have stepped down out of their incorporations for a reason, bro. The dollar is about to collapse. There's gonna be no dollar. And when that happens, they're gonna force and implement the chip, of course, right? We've heard this for a long time. They've already implemented the chip. They've already been bringing the chip out. They've been rolling it out, but they never forced it on the entire population of the earth, right? Yeah, exactly. But the martial law, the reason, okay, so this, again, this is the New World Order. This is the one world government. This is the last step towards that because what's going to happen is they're going to say, as a whole planet, there has to be one entity that has to make a decision for the rest of the planet right now because of the virus, right? And because for the security of the majority of the planet, they're gonna have to take everybody's rights away, and that entity is gonna have to be the entity that makes all the decisions for the entire body, everyone as a whole. Okay. Yeah, the stores are empty out here. Yeah, my friend just took a picture in Guelph, and that's like a small town. So like things are really popping. You know what I mean? Even out here in Canada. So this is not a joke, right? Um, most of us are unprepared for this right now. You know what I'm saying? So bottom line is, this is how the country to comply. There's a reason why the virus started in China. It was a man-made virus, okay? And there was a conflict of interest, and China was not complying and bowing down to the idea of the New World Order or one world government, okay? They weren't having it. If anything, they said, we want to be the one to administrate that order. And the States is the one that has been rolling out this plan forever. You know what I mean? They need to have full control as one entity making the decisions for all people, for the well-being and security of all people. And all they needed was a virus like this, you know? So they were like, yo, let's just drop it off in fucking China. Those motherfuckers don't want to comply with this shit. We're gonna get our fucking way. We're gonna have this fucking new world order. We're gonna have the one world government. Because again, they're gonna say that because of what's happening, everyone's complying, right? You see how every country is complying with this, and every country is being reached by this entity, and they're all giving their little warnings in the emails and saying, okay, this is what we're doing for the, you know, to comply with the governments, with the rest of the governments. So what's going to happen, right? And then all of a sudden, it's going to be the whole planet under one order, okay, for the well-being of the whole planet and everybody in it. They're going to say that people are no longer allowed to make their own decisions because they can't risk the disorder of that. You know what I mean? In the circumstances that we're in right now, right? So like I said, the virus was man-made. Okay, they dropped it off in China. It was from America. Okay, look at the beef that was happening, right? With Donald Trump. You know, this has been going on for a long time, and Bill Gates 4 years ago said the next thing that's gonna happen is not gonna be a fucking nuclear war. It's gonna be terrorism. It's going to be a fucking virus. Okay, he literally said it. Okay, that, you know, like, I have the video on my channel. It's fucking crazy. So that was 4 years ago, and like I said, man, they're gonna lock us up. Everybody, every human being in every single country is not going to be allowed to leave their residence. And for the people that have nowhere to go and have no residence, like homeless people and shit like that, they're going to be rounded up and they're going to be put in facilities, FEMA camps, shit like that, right? FEMA facilities, emergency fucking blah 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 facilities, right? Once you go into that facility, you're going to be quarantined, and then to go into that facility, you have to sign something, okay? And they're going to have food, resources, water, vaccines, all these things that you need, that they're going to say you need, right? And they're going to shut everything down. The water is going to shut down. The hydro is going to shut down. And they're going to force and direct all of that traffic and all of these people to these facilities. This is going to be a long process. You know, sounds cutting out. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you guys can hear me, or if the sound's cutting in and out. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this, man, because this is crazy, man. Okay, it's good now. Okay, so again, like, I don't know any other way to put it. You know, this is really happening, and it's too late. Like, if you haven't already escaped the cities, like I made a video a fucking year ago, telling people that they need to flee the cities, just like the Bible even said. You know, we're fucked because the military is gonna come in. They're gonna force everybody, just like in Europe. They're even saying they're gonna fuck. The way they're looking at it, the way they're saying they're looking at it, is if they tell everyone to go in their residency and you can't come out, right? So there's no spread of the virus. If you breach that, you are considered somebody that has the 10 to spread the virus, which could destroy the whole world. Like, you know what I mean? So you're going to be like, they're looking at you like you're responsible for like 1,000,000 deaths. What would be the sentence for you if you killed 1,000,000 people? They're just going to kill you. You know what I mean? If you try and not comply, you're going to be looked at like a terrorist threat, spreading the virus. So they're going to force everybody into their homes and into these facilities if they're displaced, and they're literally going to kill people, man. Like, if you don't comply with this, your rights don't exist anymore, freedom doesn't exist anymore, and every country will be under this one entity, controlled by one decision maker, one entity that makes all the decisions for the well-being of the planet, okay, and the population. And this is how they're going to force the chip. They're going to collapse the dollar, okay. You will not be able to buy, sell, or trade without the mark of the beast, without the chip. It says right in the Bible, and now it's happening. You can't tell me you can't see it. So the time is now, you know. Every time they try to do this shit, though, there's extra problems. There's extra forces involved that delay it a little bit, you know what I mean? It's going to roll out, and this is the last hammer coming down, you know what I mean? So this is fucking crazy. This is historical times. There was times in history where shit like this happened, but in a way different way, where there was millions and millions of people that were innocently killed and slaughtered. Back in like the Hitler days and all that shit, man. Like, this has happened before, but they failed, but they almost had it. So they said, how can we make this happen this time? How do we make this happen by the will of the people? Put fear in them and make them feel like they have to do this for their own good. And then, I'm telling you, man, this is the new world order, one world government. That's why this is a man-made virus. The 5G is not the virus, okay? The 5G is to weaken the immune system for the virus to have its full impact, okay? So, bottom line is, that shit is fucking pointless to even talk about. That's not even important. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this shit is real. That shit don't even fucking matter. The 5G shit don't matter. We're gonna be slaughtered like fucking sheep, man. You know what I mean? It's a perfect setup, right? And this has been rolling out for 100 years, okay? They failed a couple times. They had to take a couple steps back because people were like, yo, wait a minute. And they're like, oh, no, it's all good. We're just joking. Like, and then all of a sudden, fucking boom. Now the fucking hammer's bam on your neck, foot's on your neck. And it's for our well-being. Everyone's scared of the virus. They don't want to die. Look at what's happening, right? So then, of course you're going to comply. You're going to think this is the greatest thing ever. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm going right to these FEMA camps. No one wants to know this, but if you really look into it, we know coronavirus likely came from bats. If engineer right, look up. Anyways, no, the coronavirus did not come from bats. Okay, it's a man-made virus. Like I said, this is undeniable at this point. I'm not really here for debate. I'm just here to tell my people what's coming, and I've been doing that for the last 10 years. Okay, so I have already heard that. I already know about that. I'm well aware of that shit. You know what I mean? But there's something bigger that's going on. Okay, so that's what they're telling us. You know what I mean? But that's not really what's happening. Like I said, what's gonna happen is we're gonna lose our rights and our freedoms. We're gonna be forced into FEMA camps, into facilities for our own well-being, for resources. Everything is gonna shut down. Everything's gonna lock down. And if you're in the city, you're gonna be rounded up on a military level. Anyways, I'm not here to debate that. So bottom line is, this is what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm just telling you. I'm not here to debate it. You're going to watch it and you're going to witness it happen. Just as I said 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and all the way up to this point, everything that I have said has come true exactly to a T. Okay? So it's not, you know what I'm saying? People don't want to hear this. That's not my problem. This is the reality. You know what I mean? So this is what's happening, and this is what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So if anything, the people that aren't prepared, you know what I mean? People are in denial right now, and I don't blame them. I'm in fucking denial. I'm not prepared. You know what I'm saying? Which means that I'm going to face a fucking very tragic, result. There's a possibility. I have this much fucking time to make a move. You know what I'm saying? So I got caught off guard too. I thought that I would be prepared for this when it happened, and I'm not. So I thought that I would be living off, the land and be growing my own food and be prepared for something like this. Okay, we shouldn't have to rely on the government or this entity or these FEMA camps or facilities to survive this fucking pandemic that's happening right now. We should have all had our own food growing, our own water fucking being produced, like, self-sufficiently take, living our lives. Like, that's the right way to live. That's the right way to be. We were supposed to go back to our roots a long time ago. Look at what this way of life, what it created. Look at what happened. Look around, look at the world, okay? It's, some people are just not awake. They're not conscious. They're just in denial, and I don't blame them, man. Like, people have kids, families, people that are weak, that can't survive what's about to come. And even in the Bible, it said that most people are gonna not survive this. Like, the majority are not gonna survive this. So I've literally witnessed in 11 years every single thing in the Bible that I read come true right in front of me. It wasn't even happening. The whole LGBT fucking whatever, the gay community and shit like that didn't even fucking exist 10, 11 years ago. It didn't. You didn't see that shit anywhere. You didn't see, people hid that shit. It was a sinful way to be, and now I watched the whole fucking world shift and change. I watched everything change and shift, and it was like a fucking dream, but like a nightmare. And I was like, I didn't really think this shit was gonna happen in the Bible. I didn't really, like, maybe 100 years from now, I'm probably way when I'm dead, you know what I mean? But it happened that fast, and now it's going faster, and now here we are. So I'm just saying, man, like, I need to reach out to people that are living off grid, that are living a self-sufficient lifestyle, and I need to get in contact with them, and I need to hopefully, like, and that's the thing, they might I should already had this up, you know what I mean? So they might not be willing to accept me, but like, I would contribute, you know what I mean, to the land, or harvesting the land, developing the land and stuff like that, growing food, stuff like that, right? But that's where we have to be. I've been saying this for a year. I made videos about this a year ago, saying we got to flee the cities, we have to live off the land and be self-sufficient. And if we're not ready, this shit is gonna happen and we're gonna be fucked. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, all that stuff is irrelevant. None of that stuff matters, man. You don't believe me, you don't have to. You know what I mean? It's not a debate. You're gonna watch it happen. You're gonna see it happen. It's gonna happen. We're way past the point of debate and arguing about what is and what's not. It's quite apparent, right? So again, like I said, man, what we should be doing is getting out of the cities. We should be, getting away from this shit and trying to, find people that are already living off the land and try to contribute and ask if they're willing to take you you know what I mean? And contribute, you know what I'm saying? So, because there are communities of people out there that are living off the land and they need more people, a trustworthy, community of people to help, build this ecosystem out there for people to be able to live, man, because you cannot rely on the fucking government. You can't rely on water that comes out of fucking taps, And like I said, this has nothing to do with fear, man. It has nothing to do with fear. This is just being smart. It has nothing to do with fear. There's another blinding cap to be like, oh, everyone's fucking scared, it's just a fear tactic, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they are using fear. because they're going to make you think that you have to go to these FEMA camps and these facilities to survive, and they're going to force it to happen because of the virus. They're the ones conflicting the fear. I'm not in fear. I'm in knowledge. I'm in knowledge of God. Okay, this was written in the Bible that all these things were going to happen, and I read it 11 years ago. Who could take that from me? Who can manipulate my way of thinking? Who can tell me any lie? I already knew this was coming, and I've been saying that for years. So how am I wrong? How could I be wrong? How could I be in fear, right? I was never in fear. How the fuck would I be in fear for 11 years? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, it was just more like, yo, this shit's gonna happen. I'm preparing. Are you preparing? That's it. That's all it is. It's just preparation. It has nothing to do with fear. You know what I mean? But if you have that type of state of mind, you're not going to take anything seriously, and you're going to be unprepared when shit like this happens. You know what I'm saying? So everyone that's taking shit as a joke, you're not fucking prepared, and you're going to be tossed into the fucking machine. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not one to spread fear. I'm against fear because God told us not to live in fear. You know what I mean? And I've operated in that way, and it's kept me alive all my life, you know? So yeah, the fear is being used. Illusion that we should listen to authorities and they should make our decisions for us. That's a lie. Yeah. Well, anyways, that's exactly what's happening, you know, and that's what they're trying to do. They're using this, you know, maximizing it to put fear in you, so that way we have to, yes, turn to the authority to survive, and they're going to cut off all resources. It doesn't exist. Like, there's no way that our water comes through a tap that's controlled by the city, and the city's controlled by the government, bro. Like, our food, our water, like our medicine, like our healthcare, like all these things, bro. This is an illusion. We were never supposed to live like that. This was never supposed to be like this. You know what I mean? It was a way that man said, he looked at the world, he looked at life, and he said, how can I benefit from this? How can I trick the people into thinking that distributor of all life resources? How can we do this? And this has been going on for hundreds of years until we got to this point. Take a look around. What happened? We were never supposed to live in cities. We were never supposed to be governed by a governor. You know what I'm saying? We were never supposed to have our water and our food and our air controlled and sold to us. That's like me ripping grass out of the fucking ground and being like, here you go, I'm gonna sell this to you. But if you try and rip that grass out yourself, then we're gonna charge you. You know, we're gonna criminally charge you. You have to get this grass from us, or we're just gonna imprison you if you try and get your own resources by yourself. If you try to, you know, do it without going through the government or this entity, you're a criminal. That's pure that's slavery, bro. You know? So I just take a piece of grass out of the ground where it grows. Food grows from the ground. Water flows from the earth. We never needed that to be controlled and manipulated and then taken and then sold back to us, and us told that we can't have it for free, or else we're going to be, you know, charged. The only way you can have these elements for free is if you live off the land and you develop you harvest the land yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. That should have always been the way. Maybe they copied the bat germs, maybe, you know, but bottom line is this was an intentional thing, and this was planned a long time ago. I watched it happen. Who can take that from me? No one can take that from me. Nobody can manipulate my way of thinking. Nobody can take that from me. It's proof internally. I watched it happen, and I called it. And I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? So this is a well-known thing, okay? We go to one entity for our education. We go to one entity for everything. Our lifeline is this establishment. How do we live without it? That's an illusion. That's an illusion, man. How the fuck did we buy that? How did we believe that was the way of life? It was for greed. We wanted money. We wanted material things. They sold us a fucking dream. We went with it, and they said, oh, cool. Look, everyone's doing what we wanted them to do. Okay, now what? You know what I'm saying? If you had the mind, the majority of people don't have a criminal fucking mind. I lived a criminal life, so I understand manipulation, right, reverse psychology. I understand how to take something and resell it to somebody and benefit from it and profit from it. Like, it's just, it, you would have to be a fucking criminal all your life in order to see what the fuck is happening, that this planet's being run by fucking criminals. You know what I'm saying? That are benefiting from us. And we're not benefiting at all. Look at the stress level of the world. Look, we're all dying early. You know, oh, where's cancer coming from? Where's all these sick? Oh, we're trying to find a cure. Let's keep on, donating fucking billions of dollars a year, and still never find a fucking cure. You know what I mean? Um, Bro, it's it's pretty clear what's happening. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Like, what's up, girl? And God gave us everything in nature, man. Who the fuck are we to come in here, take everything that was already developing from the fucking earth up, and then control it, and then sell it back to the fucking people that already own it? Do you fucking realize that's what happened? And then they're gonna tax us on every fucking transaction in and out, triple tax every fucking thing that we do. That's extortion, okay? Oh no, the taxes to build the roads and to do good things, and motherfucker, we're supposed to operate as a fucking community, okay? We were already supposed to be in synchronized order where we develop this together as a fucking whole, as a community. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that we were supposed to sell and buy and all that shit. We were supposed to come together as human beings, take a look around and be like, look, we have trees, we have food that grows from the ground, we have water. We all are in this together. This is our land, this is our planet. We are humans. We are meant for each other. You know what I'm saying? Man and woman, okay? Brother and sister. Like, we're here for each other, okay? But we've been divided, you know what I'm saying, and made to think that we should turn against each other. Now we should look to this fucking entity for every fucking answer and everything that we need in the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at. And now that they got us, look at what's happening. You know, again, man, it was all about the material things that we desired. You know, that really has nothing to do with our nature. You know, all these cars, and fucking, first it was horses, and then it was cars, and then it was fucking this, and then it was that, and then it was, people got fucking lazy, man. We're supposed to be building our own shit. We're supposed to be harvesting our own fucking food. It was never meant to be any other way. You're fucking lazy if you don't think so. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to come together as human beings and develop the land for ourselves together. You know what I'm saying? Help each other, you know? Everything is for free. Food is for free. Air is for free. Water is for free. Shelter is for free. But we have to develop it. You know what I'm saying? That's a natural instinct. If you were just born, and you looked around and you're like, oh shit, like, I'm fucking cold, like, I need to build something. Like, you would build something to live in. It would be shitty at first, but over the years you would get better. You're like, fuck, okay, I got a structure, I made it, I survived, I got water, I got food. What's next? I gotta build a better shelter, man. A more long-term shelter. Okay, well, fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you observe the plants and the food that already grows from the earth, and then you regrow it. You know? Look at what we've done. We've taken plants and seeds and things like that, and then grew it wherever we wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Food is in its abundance, bro. It's unlimited. You're building a rap sound system, building. Yeah, man. Like, again, like I said, the reason why we're in this situation right now, why there's disease, sickness, is because we lived in sin. We chased greed. We chased all these material things that were sold to us. Man is manipulative. You know what I mean? He took what was already ours and fucking sold it back to us. Okay? It's pure evil. Satan was cast out from greed. He wanted the fucking title. He was like, yeah, I have the ability to fucking create planets and I'm pretty much a god, but I want your fucking title. I want your full power. And he was cast out. It was greed. It's the root of all evil, man. It is greed. And money was just a leverage to get that. Money don't even fucking exist. It's an illusion, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the dollars, but it had to come to an end. This shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the end of the day, bro, we fucked up as a whole. And this is how far we are into the future, that we think that this is life. This is not fucking life. Never was life. We bought a fucking dream. We were born into this way of life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're saying, the egg, like, nobody's gonna take you seriously. The egg. You got a fucking title called The Egg. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, asking questions. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. You were saying some weird ass shit earlier that was distracting me from the fucking truth, but we don't need to be distracted from the truth any further, okay? The egg? Fuck, you must be a real serious cat, for sure. You know? I mean, fuck, my name's Corey Resilient on YouTube. Your name's The Egg. And you're trying to come here and debate or give advice? I don't think you're in a fucking position, The Egg. Okay? Like, fuck, man. These people are not even human, man. These things are fucking robots. Like, to just distract us and cause fucking confusion and chaos and distract us from the fucking... That's what we've been... The whole time this is all about being distracted by shit that doesn't fucking exist. It's our fucking imagination. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in the end of the day, it's very simple. It is so simple. We made life so complex. We never needed any of this shit, man. Wouldn't be able... Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But you know what? You're right. But you know what? Look at what it's led to. Okay, yeah, you might not be able to see me without an Android phone, right? Not everything is bad. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know, our abilities, our ability to create, to build, to develop, you know, we have intelligence, but it was all manipulated and used for fucking gain, material gain, versus, you know, for one entity, not for the people as a whole. Okay, that's where it went wrong. We gave the power to something else that didn't have our best interests. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the fucking result is. Are you happy with your life? Are you content? You know, getting taxed, you know, fucking living in this system that fucking pretty much is almost impossible to survive. Like, it's pushed me out of it. Like, you know, to the point where I was fucking homeless since I was 15 years old all the way to 28. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't accept me because I wasn't meant for it, and it wasn't meant for me. You know what? If I was born in the right community, you know, look at the culture. People that have culture, look, they don't fucking care about any of this shit. They're living fine. They got their food grows from the ground. They're happy. They're content. They didn't buy all this dream and all these material fucking shit that we don't need. You know what I'm saying? It's all about shit we don't need. That's why we have to live like this. We pay rent. We need to work for fucking peanuts and be somebody's slave for material things. Because we were sold that dream. Here, look at this shiny, flashy shit. You want that? Okay, well, you gotta do this for me to get it. Oh, let me get that. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. The fuck? You stupid? The other people are like, the fuck is that? I don't give a fuck. I could dig that shit out of the fucking ground and carve it out myself. It's fucking gold or silver or fucking diamonds. Like, you know, but there was evil people with the intent to manipulate, and they conquered these things, these material things, and then they sold them to us. You know, and then protected by the law. So we can't just do that ourselves. We can't just fucking do that ourselves now, because there's an entity that owns it and controls it all. That's evil. That is intent is greed. It's not for the better, you know, for the people. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, right? And yeah, man, like I said, we got it all fucked up. It was never meant to be this way. You know what? There is medicine. We didn't need the system for medicine and fucking all these things, okay? There's the earth provides, okay? Where do you think the fucking medicine came from? Dumbass, it came from the fucking earth. It didn't come from man. They manipulated shit. They fucking took nature and they fucking converted it, manipulated it, and then fucking sold it back to us and said the only way you can get this is through us. They had the intelligence over us. Knowledge is fucking power. You know what I'm saying? I know this is a serious topic, but I've just got to say it, damn. You're right, man. Yo, lava girl, you crazy, girl. $5. I could listen to you talk all day. I wish everyone could hear and understand your message. Thank you, man. Well, we've been talking for a long time, so, you've been there since day one, and I appreciate you, man. Like, fuck, man, there's not a lot of conscious women out there either, man. There's not. That's a rarity. That's something that's really fucking rare, man. And it hurts, you know. But I'm glad to know you, man. Like, I'm glad that you've been here all these years with me to see all this shit unfold. You know what I mean? Like, and you've always been in my corner and taking me seriously. It's just, it's just fucking crazy, man. The rest of the world doesn't see what we fucking see, man. Fuck. Like, it just blows my fucking mind, man. That people could, this is like, we're so advanced as humans, right? And we've created all this technology, but we're the most ignorant we've ever fucking been to the truth. Like, we're beautiful fucking things. Like, we create, we fucking build, we do amazing things. But we've been turned against ourselves and turned against each other, you know? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, fuck, man. We've been ripped from our fucking purpose in life, man. And I just can't fucking believe it. But you know what, man? Like I said, like, I care, you know what I mean? I fucking care about myself. I care, and if you truly care about yourself, then you care about fucking everybody, man. You care about the well-being of people, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how could you not get out there and fucking, show people what's happening if they can't see it? It's like fucking a car going a $150 towards the fucking wall, and you can see it, and then people are just la da 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 da, and they don't know. And you're like, yo, there's a fucking wall, man. You're gonna hit the wall. They're looking at you like, shut the fuck up, you paranoid, fear, fucking based idiot. And then they're like, smash, fucking dead. And you're like, and then you're traumatized. And then you wonder why motherfuckers be tripping out on a YouTube video, fucking freaking out. You know what I'm saying? To the next people that are like, da 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 da, and they don't give a fuck either. They're like, fuck you, core resilient. Bam. See ya. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the way I've been looking at it the whole way through, man. Got locked in a hospital because but yeah, man, like, so in the end of the day, man, yo, I'm telling you, man, this shit is really happening. New world order, one world government. The dollar is gonna collapse right now. Right? Might get delayed a little bit. Every time they try to fucking, for the last time, it gets delayed a little bit. That's the nature of life. Human beings are fucking meant to live. We're meant to thrive and meant to exist. So it's, the devil can't fully fucking destroy us. It has to be by our own free will. It has to be by our own will that we destroy ourselves. The devil can only trick us, sell us a dream, give us material gains, stray us off the fucking path that we're supposed to be on, until we're fucking doomed by our own. Okay? That's the only way you can lose your salvation. That's the only way you can be destroyed, is by your own hand. And that's the thing. I told you, like, financially, I'm not prepared. I was, I had a goal, and I knew what I had to do, and I was like, okay, I gotta get there before this shit happens. And it happened before I got there. You know what I'm saying? And that was my worst fucking nightmare. And here we are. So, but I know God, God protects his children. He makes a way. He makes a way. So I don't know what's gonna happen. That's in God's hands. You know what I mean? But I know what I need to do. I know what God put in my mind, and I see, what needs to be done. And we're gonna be the ones to endure until the end, man. We're gonna make it through this. You can try food pantries or credit cards. Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I just like, I haven't been on live in a long time, but I'm looking at this shit happen, bro. Like, my friend's in Guelph, Ontario, and Canada, right? And he took a picture. He went to go get fucking toilet paper, and the whole rack's gone. The whole rack's gone, bro. All the water, all the bottles of water Bro, there's never been a time ever. We seen that shit on fucking YouTube. People tripping out and how all the markets were gonna shut down and all the food's gonna be gone and blah blah blah. Like, yeah, okay, but yeah, okay. Like, you know what I mean? We're just like, yeah, okay. And now it's happening where I'm at. Bro, Canada's the last place to get fucking hit for everything. You know what I'm saying? So if it's happening where I'm at, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and to see my own friend at the market taking a picture of that shit, like, yo, what the fuck? I came here to get toilet paper and water. And there's not, and he was like, yo, there's no confirmed cases of the coronavirus in the town that I'm in or anything. Like, people know what's happening, and they're getting the fuck out of here. You know, so like, the shit is real. You know, and the people that don't take it seriously, and that are like, oh, it's just fear and this and this and that. You're not gonna be fucking prepared. You should have been fucking prepared the whole time. You know what I mean? You should have been preparing for this shit. You know what I mean? So, anyways, man, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. But the only thing that we can do right now is pray and just stay in the Word. Just stay in the Word of God. These fucking loud ass motherfuckers all of a sudden want to fucking bark in the background and shit. Like, they got something fucking more important to do. They fucking use a platform to fucking, you know, warn their people what's happening or fucking prepare for the future. People just like to fucking talk to hear themselves speak, right? But fucking noise campaign ass motherfucking bitch ass motherfucker. Yo, but anyways, you survived already through so much. God definitely has a plan for you. That's the thing, man. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, it has to be true, man. Like, I've survived through so much shit, and I don't know how the fuck. Like, it wasn't from my sharpness. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. It seems so corny and it seems so cliche, and it's so typical to say, but I'm telling you, everything that I know and learned and the reason who I am today is because of this right here. Like, and I'm not just saying that to be like everybody else that's saying it. Like, you know what I mean? I know the darkness really well, and that's how I know the light so well. And you can't know one or the other without knowing one or the other, man. Like, and that's why, you know, people have been sheltered from that life. You know, they haven't lived that life to the fucking fullest extreme that I did. So I got to recognize evil and darkness in a way that people will never in their fucking entire lifetime. So then I could identify the light and the truth because I knew the fucking lies and the darkness so well. And you know what? God bless me, man. I was chosen. You know, my first name in German means chosen one, and my last name in German means warrior. And I have a birthmark right on my face. Like, it was like telling me, yo, you're the one. Like, shit. Like, and I never thought like that. It took me all my life to get to this point where it's starting to convince me of this shit. Like, I didn't think any of that shit at all. I thought that was a fucking curse. You know what I mean? And maybe it's not. Maybe it means something. You know what I mean? Like, you know. But it's all because of this book, man, that I seen all of this shit coming, like, and how I survived, man, like, in the streets from 15 years old all the way to 28 without becoming a drug addict, without losing my fucking mind to mental illness. My best friend Anthony lost his mind to mental illness. I've lost 3 girls that I loved, that I cared about, that I loved, to drugs. And they were beautiful, you know, and they're dead. And I outlived them. And these were like people that I was in a relationship with, that I loved, like, that I could. My best friend lost his mind to mental illness. How the fuck did that happen? I know him. We know each other. You know, what we grew up together. So what did I do differently that preserved my mental stability and my well-being? It was that. They didn't do this. They didn't read this. They didn't believe it. My dad died at 49 years old. He believed in science. He didn't believe in God. You know? I used to punch my friends out for talking about God in front of them. I swear on my father's grave, I punched my friend Anthony out for coming outside wearing a gold cross. You know what I mean? I was an evil fucking person, man. And God still had grace and mercy on me. And you know what? That friend that believed in God so much, the one I beat up for wearing the cross, like I was that evil. I punched my own friends out for talking about God in front of me. His name is Anthony Baker from Hamilton, Ontario. And, and he was my best friend I grew up with. And I was wrong to my best friend. I was wrong. I hurt, you know. But now I'm the believer, you know. And he's gone. So people think this is a joke. It's not a joke. Watched everybody die. Except for me, you know? So, all because of this. People don't take it seriously, man. Neither did I. You know, and I hurt, you know, I hurt innocent people. Because my heart, you know, didn't know God. It wasn't in the right place. And I lost all those people. My dad, you know, 49 years old. My best friend, you know. 3 girls that I loved are dead. And I was living a fucking crazy life, you know, an evil life. You know, drugs, alcohol, pure just fucking evil, sin, you know. Fuck, man, I kicked people's doors off. I was robbing drug dealers when I was 16. Like, people think I just say this shit, man. I was the most wicked fucking person, man. Evil, fucking evil person, man. And because of that book, I changed, you know. So people think, you know, it's just brainwashes you and it's evil and it's a contradiction and fucking it's to control you and all this shit. Well, that it changed my life in a good way, and everybody that didn't believe in it or that turned from it died in front of my fucking face. And I was preserved. Still am. People wonder how the fuck, you know, after everything that I've been through, why I didn't kill myself or I didn't, you know, turn to drugs or lose my fucking mind to mental illness, you know. Actually, I wrote a book and it's on Amazon Kindle, and it's about my life experiencing homelessness, stigma, and systematic corruption. If you download a Kindle, you can just search Corey Resilient and my book will show up. It's only $4. I didn't even want to put a price on it. I just wanted people to have it, but it makes you kind of, you know, put a price on it. But either way, man, you know, this shit's not a joke. I'm sober, you know. I don't even smoke weed anymore. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. You know, I've been up and down with that shit, you know. Not too long ago I was just drinking, smoking. I quit drinking and smoking for a year. But I overcame everything that was against me in my life. I had people trying to kill me. I got kidnapped. I got stabbed in the head. I got tied to a chair by real hitters, real strikers, real fucking killers. lawless people that even the law can't fucking contain. And that's the result of living an evil fucking life. You know, and like I said, man, what changed everything was this book. So I lost a lot of fucking people, man. I seen a lot of death, and I was right there doing all the same shit as they were doing, but I had one thing that they did not have, and they perished, and I didn't. You know, so when I talk about all this shit and I'm speaking on these things, man, it's real. I'm not a fucking actor. You know, I really lived the fucking life that I talked about to a fucking such an extreme that I have no words to describe it. You know, people look at me and they're like, nah, you couldn't have lived that life like that. You're not a fucking G. You're not this. You're not that. You don't want to even know about that fucking world. There's nothing to glorify. There's nothing to fucking brag about. You know, it's fucking evil. I'm lucky I'm alive. I'm lucky I'm alive. You know. But, the bigger picture right now is the fact that, they finally rolled out this new world order, one world government shit, and you guys are going to see it happen, and we're going to lose our freedoms and our rights, man. And, we could get trapped in this shit, but the only thing that's going to get us out and guide us and preserve us is this. So, if you don't believe it, I hope you do, man. I hope you start to. I hope you just, pick it up and just go through it, man. It was hard to read that book because it was so boring at the beginning. I was sitting in a jail cell, and my range was on lockdown, and it was like, somebody got stabbed or some shit, and I'm stuck in this fucking cell for 24 hours a day, 23 hours a day, and you get an hour out, and that's all that was in there. So the fuck are you gonna do? You're gonna read it, and so I started to read it, and I started to realize what was happening, and I didn't believe in God or any of that shit, and then never grew up around people that talked about it, none of that shit. But yeah, man, I'm only alive because of that book, and I'm well because of it. My mind is well. I should have been completely deteriorated, destroyed, and not even alive, because the people I grew up with, that's what happened to them, I could have, I grew up a violent person too because of all that shit that I went through. I was fucking mad at the world, man, and I took it out on people that didn't deserve it for no reason. And that's how fucked up the system is in the world, is that it's creating this fucking problem. It's creating the crime rate. It's creating the distortion, the pain, the grief, because it's not the right way of life. And we've bought into it. And that's why what's happening is happening right now. We fell into that trap. So I guess in the end, the only thing I can do to give value is tell you that pick that book up and just pray, because that's what we need to do right now. And yeah, just get ready, man, because you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it happen, and I'm not gonna sound so fucking delusional anymore, because you're gonna witness it. You know what I'm saying? So all the other shit in between, all the gang stalking shit doesn't matter. Targeted individual shit doesn't matter anymore. That was a phase. That we were going through, and that the dollar is gonna collapse. All that shit's not gonna matter. You're gonna be a fucking slave. We're gonna be slaughtered like sheep, and it said that was gonna happen in the Bible. We're gonna die for that name, Jesus Christ. Or you're gonna take the chip and be a part of the program, the New World Order, one world government. You might be faced very shortly with death, because Because if you give in, if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe that there's a devil, then you stand no chance. And you're a victim to this shit. So you're blind to it. You don't know what's going on. You think you do, but you don't. Because I've been there myself, personally, so. Shit is crazy, man. But yeah, I'm gonna read all the comments after. Sorry, man, I can't keep up with all that shit. I'm just kind of looking through right now. I'm supposed to have glasses. That's why I'm always like, fucking, my face got stuck like that, son. You know what I'm saying? Just reading the comments. Man, we're living in historical times right now, man. Thank God for you too, Lava Girl. Yeah, man, so I don't know, man. Just don't get caught up, don't be like, oh, don't be ignorant, man. Don't live in fear. Don't be in fear, but don't be ignorant. That's all I gotta say, man. People are dying. Bad things are happening. And we need to not be so ignorant and selfish. Because we can get caught up in that, but it all comes back down, to knowing God, man. And that's the only way out. That's the only way in. And there's nothing more real than it to me. There's nothing more real than it, man. I've seen fucking every aspect inside of fucking life in all fucking forms, man. And I'm lucky that I made it to 28 years old, man. Because the people I grew up with didn't even make it, fucking girlfriends, first loves, fucking best friends, fucking my dad. I outlived my fucking, my dad died at 49 when I was 18. What the fuck? Bro, I'm telling you, bullets miss me. I had people trying to kill me. I had hits on my head. And apparently I still do, but God's removed these fucking things out of my path. These people that think that they're going to do something to me or cause me harm or cause me to sin and, go back to a violent way of life because they think they're going to press me and I'm not going to fucking press back. And I've always prayed to God, God, don't let me go back to that life. Give me a way out, because if not, I'll pull the trigger. I'll do the shit for real. That's why you preserved me. That's why you pulled me out, because you seen that I was deceived by evil and I gave into it, and it was gonna destroy me. And it destroyed every fucking thing around me except for me. And I was like, is this the Matrix? Like, is this a fucking dream? Is this really happening? Why am I being preserved? I can tell you a crazy story, man. When I was young, when I was rapping and shit, there's this kid on Facebook, and he, I wrote in a status, and I was like, yo, I need a mic. I was like, I need a mic so I can make music. I got a little bit of money, and he was like, yo, I was in Hamilton, Ontario. He hit me up and he's like, yo, I got a mic. I'll sell it to you for $60. I was like, all right. I was like, come through. And usually in my city, when something like that happens, is somebody's trying to rob you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get jumped. You're going to get robbed. So you better pull up strapped and with a couple of people with you to make sure the transaction goes the way it's supposed to go. But this guy, he pulled up by himself. His name was Defiant. That was his rap name. I forget his actual government name. I just called him Defiant. His name was Defiant on Facebook. And he's from Hamilton, Ontario. And he came, he sold me the mic. We smoked a blunt right on my front porch at my mom's house on 244 Robert Street, Hamilton, Ontario. That's where I lived. Google it. It's a block up from General Hospital in Hamilton. Robert Wellington, man, you know, and I was on the front porch. We smoked a blunt, man. He was right there in front of me. We sat there, smoked a blunt. He sold me the mic. 3 days later, you know, we were talking in that three-day time frame, and we were supposed to make a track together off the mic that he was using previously that he sold me. And 3 days later, he got shot and killed by the cops in my city. He was spazzing out, drunk in his apartment. It was a noise complaint, and he was freaking out, and the cop shot him and killed him. 3 days after, he sold me his microphone, and I made a whole album off that microphone, you know. And then I'm sitting there like, this is fucking crazy, man. You know, this kid was standing right here on my front porch smoking a fucking blunt with me 3 days ago, and he's fucking dead. And that was my whole fucking life was like that. There was a person here, poof, they're gone. There was a person here, poof, they're dead. My dad, he was just talking to me on the phone. I was in jail, in Barton Jail, Hamilton. He was like, yo, I'm going to come bring you canteen money. And I was like, yeah, I'm fucking not. He's like, I'm getting tax money back. Blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he just got out of the pen. And then I fuck up at 18 and I go into jail. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to come drop you this and, like, you know, tomorrow. And then all of a sudden he's in a coma in the hospital. And then he's dead. And I'm like, sitting in jail. And then I was already a month in, 30 days into my bid. And then I went to court and I faced the judge, and I was supposed to get compassion of my father's death. I was supposed to be time served and compassion of my father's death. And the judge looked at me and he gave me another 30 days, another fucking month. I don't know why these people have to come in here and fucking talk. Like, go in the other fucking side of the house and talk. Fucking weirdos. Anyways, so... So, this shit is real, man. Death has been around me all my life, and there's something that's been preserving me. Something that has been allowing me to dodge death. And I've never seen anybody fucking see death more than me. Like, I've never witnessed anybody have death around them so close, so many fucking times, in so many ways. So much death. My dog died 6 months after my fucking dad died. My cousin overdosed and fucking flatlined, and he came back to life right after my dad died. You know, my first love, she died. You know, this shit is fucking crazy, man. You know, and you know what that'll do to you? It won't only traumatize you, but it'll make you really smart, and it'll make you value your life. When you see death, it makes you want life even more, you know. And again, the only reason why I'm alive, this book, man. Only reason why I'm not a fucking crackhead, heroin fucking junkie, fucking lifer in fucking prison, or fucking dead is because of this book. And I'm still growing. But what God starts, he finishes, man. And those who seek righteousness shall find it. And yeah, I had no intent to be righteous ever in my life. My intent was to become as the most fucking evil person as I can become, to dominate in this evil world, you know. So anyways, in the end of the day, guys, just, I don't have the answers, you know what I'm saying? I'm not acting like I have the answers to what's about to happen right now, but I know what's coming. I know what's happening, and I knew it was going to happen 11 years ago. And now it's a nightmare to face that type of a reality. Yeah, you look so healthy. Thanks, love, bro. Yeah, I've been like, you know, I've been eating good, you know. I've been getting lots of rest. I'm not homeless, apparently, you know. I don't even smoke weed anymore. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't drink alcohol. I'm in a sober environment, you know what I mean? So, God is doing these things, man, because my intent, I probably would have still been smoking, drinking, and smoking weed, but I think things change just like that and all of a sudden I'm not smoking weed. What the fuck? It's the first time in my life I'm not, you know, and I could if I wanted to, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's so surreal. It doesn't make any sense. But I think it's because we're coming to these times, you know, and the end is near, you know, and God is preparing me in a way that I didn't even know was going to happen, because he wants to remove that sin from me. He wants to remove these things out of my life, because to prepare me for the kingdom, you know, and for the end times, and to be able to prepare and survive and endure until the end, you know. And these vices and these things, you know, don't serve me at this time, you know, and they might have in a period of time in my life, you know, and but God's working, man. He's working. That's all I gotta say. It's crazy, man. That's, you know, I'm a witness. You know, my testimony, my life is living proof that God is real. You know, because man, I was fucked up. You know, and like I said, man, the way I look at it is I'm the only last motherfucker breathing, like Tupac said, man. Like, you know, and I'm just like, how? And again, you know, it wasn't. I got every move that I made from this book, every way of thinking. You know, the Spirit led me, man, and even that alone should be enough proof. Like, I don't have to be a perfect example of what a Christian should be, and people are like, oh well, you swear, so you can't be a Christian. You swear, so you don't know God. Like, Jesus sat with sinners and tax collectors for a reason, because those are the souls he's trying to win over. Those are the people he's trying to save, are the ones that have been lost and broken and deceived by the devil, man. And corrupted and tainted, right? So that's how merciful and how much grace that God has, you know. You still have hate, you need to work on that. You're right, I'm not gonna lie. I still do have hate in my heart. I prayed about it last night when I was laying right here in my bed with my Bible right beside me. And I said, you know what, God, I still have all these things in my heart, and I don't know why. I prayed for help. I prayed to you and asked you to remove them, you know, from me, and I've tried with everything inside of me to get rid of these things, and they continue to come back, and I thought that this wouldn't happen. So don't get it twisted, man. Jesus didn't like religious people, man. He was against these people that are like, oh well, you're not supposed to heal on the Sabbath, and he's like, you're talking to the Son of God, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're missing the point, you know what I mean? So that very small statement that you just said, you still have hate and you need to work on that. Well, guess what? You have hate in your heart too, and you need to work on that as well, because we all are sinners and we all have inequities. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is perfect. Nobody is sinless, and anyone to claim that they don't sin or have sinful thoughts or do wrong is a liar. You know. So make sure you take the speck out of your own eye before you point out the one in your brethren's, right? And that's what it says in the Bible. So if you know God, then you would know that, and you would look at my heart, you know, instead of the hate in my heart, you know. So who am I and who are you to sit here and tell people what they need to do, right? If everything that I just said, you should know that God is working on me, and what God starts, he finishes. So then your faith, I'm not saying you're a judge, I'm just saying that you should know, you should be able to recognize that if God did any work in my life at all, anything, then he will finish it. So have faith in God that he will do that in my life, right? And all the things that I just mentioned and talked about, right, are much more important than just looking at that small factor. But you're right. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I have anger. I said it last night. I prayed about it. I have envy. I have hate in my heart. All these envy, you know what I mean? And I may have overcome smoking and weed and alcohol, and you know, I haven't been sleeping with women or anything like that. And you know, I may have overcome those things, but internally I still have sin that I'm struggling with, and I've asked God to remove these things, and I prayed, you know, so that shows my intent. God knows my intent, He knows my heart. Other people, they just sin freely and they don't care. They have no intent to change. They don't care. That's the difference. God knows your heart. He judges you by your heart. So, powerful enlightenment. It's the person's intent. You know, I mean, there's people in the Bible that killed hundreds of people that were forgiven. You know, talks about stories about that. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm doing something and all of a sudden people just want to make all types of noise in the background and slam doors and yell. And the last couple of days nobody's been making any noise, and all of a sudden, you know, I make a video and this is what's happening. But that's just the devil trying to distract me from my truth. And other people that were trying to distract me, because what really matters right now, we have to look at what really matters. You know, we could look at each other all day and point the finger at the, you know, the little things we're doing wrong, you know, but that's for God to look at, and you know, that's it. That's all that matters. You know, I take a lot of risk by, you know, putting myself out there like this. I have a lot of enemies, man, and they look at this as weakness. They say, you know, they look at it like, oh, he lost his fucking mind. He's a bitch now. He converted. Now we can smash him, you know? And, you know, these demons, they won't take you seriously once they see that, right? I held a certain reputation. I held a certain posture that made people, demons, not really fucking sure what I was capable of, you know? And they feared that a little bit. They didn't test me. But when you show weakness to a fucking demon, he's gonna try and devour you, right? So God protects me because I come in truth, and I, you know, I reveal that humility, that, you know, is to humble myself. You know what I mean? But a lot of these demons haven't come to that yet, and they may not, you know. But it's difficult, you know, for me to put myself out there like that when there's people that are celebrating my downfall and wishing death upon me and trying to figure out where I am, and, you know, they want to, you know, smash me out. They want to kill me. But again, it's really odd that, you know, I lived a life the way I did, and, you know, I've been harmed, but when I got harmed, it was because I was harming other people, and my intent was unpure. I was doing evil, and in return I got evil. You know, I was playing with fire and I got burnt, you know, and I wasn't supposed to be involved in any of that. But as soon as I withdrew from that and I said, God, take it from me, I'm not going to do these evil things anymore, but I need you to protect me, because my way of thinking is, I need a gun, you know, I need a group of demons around me at all times, you know, to be prepared for war with these other demons. And if I let go of these things, and then the enemy just comes and just devours me, I had faith in you, you know. And in the Bible it says God protects his children, you know. So I relied on that heavily, like with everything I had. I intentionally didn't bring weapons with me when I knew that there was a large possibility I was gonna run into my enemies, and they've been waiting for a moment that they could get me, you know. And for some reason, people were on their way to come bring harm to me, and all of a sudden they crashed their car and they died, or they overdosed on the way here. And it's just crazy how they get destroyed before they can reach me. And I've witnessed that for a really long time now, a very, very long time. And how is it that I haven't been touched or harmed, or I mean, I did a lot of evil shit. I got a lot of evil people after me. I robbed people. I fucking taunted demons. I did a lot of fucking shit that will get you killed, that will get you touched by fucking forces that have the power to do so. And they will, immediately, as soon as they see you. Cops can't stop them, the law can't stop them, none of that shit. But the only thing that can stop evil is God. So. But anyways, we're in the end of the end times right now, and there's gonna be hardships that are coming. There's gonna be evil. There's gonna be, all the things that the Revelations talks about, man, and they're coming true right now. So, I mean, don't live in fear. Don't fear what's coming, because these things have to come, as it said in the Bible. They have to come and pass before the coming of God. Judgment before Christ comes back for his people, and I have never seen a more accurate anything in my life. I've never seen anything come true so many times in my lifespan that I read 11 years ago, and now it's like I've never witnessed any. I've never seen that. Like, it's almost like I don't want to be right because I'm like always right. And it's because of that book. Like, I'm going off of that. I ain't going off my own tuition. It's just crazy, man. Once you witness this stuff, it's undeniable anymore. I made up all types of excuses, and that was a coincidence, and okay, well, that was another coincidence. All right, well, fuck, that's a little trippy, but whatever, it became more real than anything else in this planet, in this world, in this reality, in this realm, in my existence. It's just, and again, man, God kept me sober. He kept me sober so that way I could be founded in his truth. That way nobody could take that from me and be like, oh, he's just fucking meth head, he's a crackhead, he's a junkie, he's a fucking bum, he's a this, he's a that. They could never do that to me, because God made it like that, so that way his truth could stand, within me. Like, it was just, it's crazy, man, bro. Like, I don't know what to say, but this is not real, bro. Like, this whole world is an illusion, and the only truth and the only realness there is God, man. Like, and people say so much bad about Jesus and about the Bible and about God and like all these things that are just so not real, bro. Like, not true at all. Coming from somebody that was sitting in a cell for 24 hours a day with nothing but a Bible, that I would have used the paper in a Bible to roll up tobacco and smoke, and smoke with. So nobody can ever take that away from me. There's no debate. Start believing that people following you and watching you are protecting you. It's not so much people that are following me and protecting me. It's, if there's two sides to this, there's yin and yang, there's light, there's dark, there's good, there's bad, there's God, there's Satan. These things are real, and once you identify these things, it can be a way of guidance for you, a way to move, and it becomes your lifeline, and you are preserved from it, and everything else is destroyed. So that is the proof, There's no greater proof than that. And then once you know that, there's nothing that can take that away from you, you know. So I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. But anyways, I'm gonna probably end this live. But yo, much love to everybody in the comments, everybody watching. I see 16 people and only 13 likes. What the hell? I got a couple ops in there just observing me, not really hitting, smashing the like button, not really sharing my videos, like not really commenting, just sitting there like looking, you know what I mean? That's weird, but I seen the like go up. I seen the likes go up. A couple more likes, yo, 16 people, 14, like 15 likes, there we go. Boom, one more like. Do we got an op? Do we got one enemy in there? Do we, you know what I'm saying? Do we got a, okay, there we go. Boom, 16 likes. Yo, that's G, man. Much love, much love. Yeah, man. I hope that I can reach more. You know, I hope I can reach the masses, man. I hope I can, you know, reach millions of people with my story and with my YouTube channel. And I hope you guys subscribe and hit the bell and stick it out with me, because a lot is about to go down, you know, and this is a historical time. So I hope you guys are well and just, you know, stay well and just be awake, man. Just be conscious, be aware, and use God as your foundation, and nothing can phase you, man. Nothing can touch you. So I'm living proof of that. So I hope that inspires you guys, and yeah, man. God bless and stay resilient, and yeah, watch this video back, man. Watch this video back, because it's pretty crazy. And yeah, man. I just have so much on my mind that I want to say, but I've been on here for an hour and a half, so I'm gonna end it on that note, man. Stay blessed, guys. I'm gonna read the comments, and I'll reply to all the comments now. Take it easy, guys.